Alright, hi. Before I get started with anything, I would like to thank my older brother who's allowed me to use his audio equipment. Because of that, I was able to get some decent audio quality and put this over my video. So hopefully everything sounds good and nice. So that gratitude kind of thing out of the way, I would like to introduce myself to you, since I don't really think people know me aside from my Instagram account, and even that one isn't that personal either. So here's my intro. I am Mert, an 18 years old student from Germany who's aspiring to become a professional one day. And I pretty much spend most of my free time drawing, and if I don't have free time, I'm at school, so there isn't much else to do. I do art since approximately 3 years, and there's hopefully more to come. I've been doing digital since like 1.5 years, I suppose, and it's been quite the journey, I would say, since especially this year, which is almost going to go to an end, has been quite the developmental year for me, since in, I think it was July or June, I managed to win the Youth Culture Prize of Lower Saxony in Germany, which was quite the accomplishment for me in terms of art career goals, since, to be honest, I didn't really imagine myself going towards the kind of direction and even actually winning something like that. So yeah, I'm quite proud of that. And if you want to see what I did in the context of this competition kind of thing, I would direct you to my other video on this channel, which is There's No Light Without Darkness, a short film which compiles all the paintings I did for that project. And in fact, those paintings were animated, so yeah, definitely check that out. Aside from that, let me tell you a little about the painting you're seeing in this background. Basically, this painting was done in the context of a commission which I received on Discord from a guy called Sweden or something. I probably mispronounced that, but if I did, I'm sorry. Anyways, the commission basically consisted of him wanting to see a fight between KILLUA from Hunter x Hunter, which is an anime series, and ZORO from One Piece, which many of you might actually already know. And the only little addition he wanted to see on this commission was to have KILLUA have cat features such as ears and tails, or one tail to be precise. And to be fair, I wasn't really convinced about the idea at first, because I'm not really that much of a fan of this kinda stuff. But once I got that down and painted it to the fullest, etc., it did actually turn out to be a nice addition, and I think it gives off a nice and interesting vibe to the painting. It doesn't make it feel all too serious and dangerous and stuff, so it does give a more silly vibe to the painting, and I think that's quite nice. So yeah, other than that, I think it would be nice to talk about what I plan to do on YouTube. And to be fair, there isn't many plans at all. I'm just trying to test out what other content besides Instagram I can dish out there, and so YouTube is a nice platform to publish videos, obviously. Therefore, I'm just putting out a narrated video on YouTube to see how that contributes to my online activity. Also, if you want to see this video without any narration, you can feel free to head over to my Instagram page and check the IGTV part of this, because that'll be just a muted video, or maybe some music underneath the original footage, I don't really know. And yeah, you can just watch the process over there if you don't want to hear my voice. Other than that, there isn't much else to talk about, so I'm just gonna briefly talk about the future plans I am having for my art career and Instagram and YouTube whatnot. So let me get started right ahead. I do have a little problem with future plans, because right now I managed to pile up a large amount of work on a short period of time, because I just told everybody that I could definitely do work for them, so it's kind of packed with all kind of stuff I gotta do before I can actually head over to personal work again. So that's a little of a problem, but I suppose I can deal with that. But other than that, I do plan to do a new project similar to There's No Light Without Darkness, which I have already uploaded on YouTube and Instagram. You can definitely check that out as well if you want to see what I did in the context of this Youth Culture Prize thing. And this new project I'm planning to do is also quite experimental, and I don't really know much about what I want to do. But all there currently is for that is a new character which I have already designed, and it's pretty much mostly fleshed out. I just have to probably iterate it a little more and keep getting deeper into it. And I also have to develop a few more characters, obviously, since I personally don't really like it if there's only one single character to a story. So I will definitely like to have a little more diversity in terms of characters and personalities in there. So that project is pretty much still at the beginning of everything, and I hope to accomplish quite more, but that'll be in a little more distant future. Other than that, I would also like to attend a few conventions and actually maybe even set up a booth in there. However, that'll be limited to Germany only because I don't really have the money to travel outside of Germany, obviously, since I'm just a student who doesn't really earn that much money and starving artist goals. Anyways, if I manage to do that, I would like to really see how far I can get with selling prints of my own personal work in real life and not online. Also, I think that'll contribute well to my social media presence and maybe get me a little closer to the audience, which is you or people from conventions. So I'm looking forward to that, but it is also something that is in a rather distant future. So that pretty much about wraps this video up, and I don't think I have anything else to tell you. So if you enjoyed this video, please let me know, and please give me some feedback as to whether or not you enjoy watching my process, and if you'd maybe even like me to explain my process as to how I render things, why I do certain things the way I do, just let me know that as well, and I'll gladly explain. So yeah, that's about it, and thanks for watching, and bye.